everyone. Welcome back. My name is Michelle and I do 5-star book reviews. That means every book I review, I already give it 5 stars because that's what I do. But I am so excited today because I am talking about Jessica Simpson's newest book, #1 on the New York Times bestseller first week out. But I also have to tell you that I'm dedicating this whole video to my daughter, Kara, because I was not going to read this book. I really wasn't. I don't know. Maybe I would have changed my mind when I saw it went #1. But when it first came out, she was like, "Mom, are you going to read Jessica Simpson's newest book?" And I'm like, I don't know. I was a fan, and then I haven't seen her around in a while. I do follow her Instagram, but I don't know. I was just like, I don't know. I have so many books to read. I don't know if I'm going to get around to it. And then I started watching her interviews, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to read it. And let me tell you, it is. Every time I read a biography or a memoir, I'll say, oh, this is my favorite one. Oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite one today. It just is. It was amazing. And I will tell you why. I have so many reasons why. But let's first get down to business. 416 pages. Yes, this is not a quick read. I listen to it. You have to listen to it because she narrates it. And I love memoirs / biographies when they read them themselves because you can hear their emotion. You can hear their heart. And that's what I want. I want to be able to hear them. That's why I listen to it. That's why I listen to it. You need to listen to it. So, why did I love this book? I have 5 reasons, like I always do. And my hair is just driving me crazy, just so you know. It's so staticky. It's like in my face and it's all yucky. And please come spring soon. My hair needs you. And it drives me crazy when I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my God, look at it. Oh, whatever. So what? Who cares? We're talking about Jessica, not me. So I will put as many pictures of Jessica as I can while I'm doing this so you don't have to look at me and then I'll feel better. Let's talk about why I love this book. #1, it's called Open Book. I didn't say that in the beginning, but it is because it has Jessica's face on it. Who cares what they call it? But she calls it Open Book. And then as I was reading it, I'm like, she was so open. What was she open about? #1, she was open about her childhood. She was sexually abused. I related. I was sexually abused by my father from the time I was 2 until I was 16. I don't know. Whenever I thought about writing about it, I'm like, I don't know how to write about it. If I were ever to write about it, and I don't know if I ever will, I will write it like she did. I've read so many memoirs about people who were sexually abused, and the way she talked about it, I was like, yeah, like she is the way I would do it. She did it beautifully. She handled it so, no words. I'm just going to stop. Or this video is going to be 20 minutes. #2, she is open about her fame. She is so open. That's why I love this title so much. Thank you, Jessica, for being as open. I hate reading memoirs when they don't tell you everything. And then they'll say, oh, I'm protecting this person. Oh, I can't talk about this. I can't. Okay, why are you writing it then? I don't care then. If you can't be open, I don't care. And she was. So that I was happy about. And #3, she was so open about her weight. So open. And having had daughters, not only dealing with my own weight issues, but living through their weight issues and how they felt about weight. Thank you. And she has gotten enough thank yous for this, so she doesn't need me, but I really appreciate it. #4, she was so open about her men. I'm going to flash pictures of some of her men. I don't know if I could be so open. I'm like, as I'm listening to it, I'm like, wow, Jessica, thank you. Like, thank you that there are people like her that will be, because I don't know, and I'm nobody. Who cares about me, right? And yet I don't know if I could be this open. Ugh, God. And then #5, because she's Jessica and I am now probably one of her biggest fans. Not only do I remember buying her shoes back in the day for my daughters and I, like at Christmas, would get her shoes and we'd be like, oh, we have Jessica Simpson shoes on because they're amazing shoes. I mean, she wasn't kidding around when she started this real line of, a lot of people do it, but she has hung around and she has made a lot of money. I loved knowing that about her. I loved her sense of humor about it. I loved everything about how she talked about her money. I thought it was brilliant. And I'll give you just one little quick story about her. So she had to give Nick Lachey, her first husband, money when they divorced. And the last line of this chapter, she said her dad was like giving her a hard time about it. And she's like, Dad, I will make it back up. And then the last line is like, by $1 billion more. because she is a billionaire. And I love that because I'm like, yeah, I can make it up. I'll just make it up like by a billion, right? Her attitude is amazing, and you don't even like think like, oh, she's so snobby. You never think that, never. So I'm here to tell you, if you think like you're gonna be like, oh, she's just gonna be some rich pop star who's gonna tell you her woes, no. You will relate, which is why I love her. And I started listening to her music. I was watching her interviews. I mean, I got really engrossed in Jessica this week, and I realized that her song, I Think I'm in Love, I Think I'm in Love with You. I'll post it up there so you can look at it. That is, I remember that song, and I love that song. And she's done so many more, but I really did love the song. And when I see how young she was a baby. She was like 17, 18, something like that. But what is my point here? What is the point that I'm trying to make here? You need to read this book. I don't care if you know her. I don't care if you've never listened to one of her songs. I don't care if you've never bought one of her shoes. Doesn't matter. This book is for everyone. She was so honest. I can keep going. She was honest about her alcoholism. She was honest about her drugs. She was honest about being a preacher's kid. Everything in her life. That's why this book is so long, but it was amazing. So did I convince you? Let me know below. Did I convince you to go get this book? Thank you, Kara. Thank you for making me read it. And now she has to read it. She hasn't read it. She told me to read it, and now she has to read it. So thank you, everyone. Until my next